Hi everybody, let's do a little bit of work on Field Harmony inventory. As you can see in the image, I've got the inventory page on the Field Harmony dashboard open. And right now we have a lot of inventory already populated, but many people want to manage their inventory and make batch changes, such as changing the quantity or changing the part costs or the sell prices in a spreadsheet. And you can definitely do that. If you go ahead and export your inventory by clicking the CSV link up here, Field Harmony is going to give you your inventory in a spreadsheet, which I'll open up right now. You can make all the changes that you want in order to, let me just go ahead and ignore that here. Get rid of a couple of these pages, get rid of that, and bring the inventory right to our window so we can see. All of the inventory are going to be exported with this first column A. This is the internal ID from the database. This should never change. Please do not change this. Never manipulate that number. Don't blank them out or rearrange them. That is kind of how we identify the inventory internally. You can also see some part numbers, and Excel sort of formats them in general. We could say, go to the right side of the column, kind of line it up real nicely. After that, it gets pretty easy. Quantity, cost, and price. These are just regular numbers that you could change. So let's say I want to, let's just start with this first one. Let's say I want 15,000 of those. That's quite a lot. And instead of 151, they now cost me, 75. And instead of selling them for 215, I'm going to sell them for 285. Just making up some numbers. The next column, G, is the taxable yes or no column. And the number 1 for a particular row says that yes, we should tax this item. Conversely, if you don't want to tax it, just put in a 0 and hit return. And that's quite easy to do, but we do want to tax it. Now, your location field, which is column H, we've heard from different people that they handle inventory in various ways. For example, some people have shelving or a wall that they hang certain items on, and those shelves are labeled, or maybe the wall has like column A, B, C, whatever. Everybody has their own individual method of managing their inventory. So you can use the location column to arbitrarily indicate where an item is physically located. For example, maybe we say this is a, shelf 4, row 5. I don't know. Whatever you want to type in there, you definitely can. And then the description column is supposed to be more an expanded description of the item. So for this particular inventory, the description pretty much matches the part name, but this could say Control Electric 1, and over here in the description, you might say something like generic control for ovens, or whatever you want to make that description. Whoops, scroll a little bit too fast. Is editable. This is whether the people in the field, the technicians, are able to change the price or not. If you do not want them to change the price, do not set this to 1, set it to 0. So you cannot change the price if is editable is set to 0. I'll put that back to 1. Then we have these 3 columns over here. We do not want to ever change column K. Once you export your inventory, that means it's your inventory for your particular environment, and you should never change that. Just leave that alone. You can then go ahead and ignore columns L and M. This just tells you when the item was originally created inside Field Harmony, and column M tells you the last time that it was updated. And these things will change automatically. Created will stay the same, and updated will change over time as you make changes to the part. So I've only made one change for the purpose of this demonstration, and we're going to go ahead and just save this, right? Contains some features, sure. Now we're going to go back into our Field Harmony. We're going to click Import, choose the file. In our downloads, we should see that my file is called Data16, but it's whatever your file is. And go ahead and click Import. And the import can take a different duration depending on how many items you have. So please, if you have a lot of items, just give the system a while to process them. What I only had, a few changes. One change on this first row, the Control Electric now says 15,000 and it cost me 75, 285 to sell. Yes, I'm going to tax it. Yes, I'm going to allow people to edit it. And it's a generic control for ovens. So it didn't take too long for us, but your mileage may vary. If you click on that option, on that item, you're going to see some more information that you can set. For example, you're able to upload a photo of that item, which allows you to, reduce mistakes in the office. You might have a number of items that serve a similar function or look somewhat similar, and you need to photograph the difference, right? Maybe it's a different length or a different pinout or something like that. You might upload whatever photo you want of that item, and you could even set sort of a collage of different images into one. Upload that if you want to get creative. We see our location is shelf 4, row 5. That's going to help you quickly locate that item. And of course, we can go ahead and use our search box up here to search for control, and it's going to, we have apparently a lot of them. We're going to go ahead and see that the Control Electric one is right here at the top. If we click that, it takes us right back to the page that we are already on. So it's easy for you to search for any item from any page. A couple other things that are coming soon, I'm working on very diligently. The threshold will be the number of items under which you should receive an alert to place an order. So if you keep 1,000 of something in stock and you get below 100, we will notify you that you have fewer than 100 items left and you should reorder. So the threshold is going to be the number under which you want to be notified, and track threshold, yes or no, is going to actually trigger that alert. So you need to, if you're going to use threshold, you should use threshold with track threshold set to yes, like that. So that's a little bit about managing your inventory. If you'd like to start all over again, you could delete this inventory entirely. If you are not an administrator, you will not see this button. And you should not use this button in most cases. You should definitely contact us and tell us what you're trying to do so that we can help you do it in the right way. But we do give you the option to wipe everything out. It is, after all, your environment. There's other things that we can do, of course. We can import a brand new inventory. If we have, back to our spreadsheet, if we want to add some parts at the bottom, we want to add like test part 1 and make up a number and say we have 10 of them, $1, $10, yes, it's in America, and this is a test part. We're going to edit that, and of course we have the environment that we can just copy and paste in there, right? We could save that and then import it, and a new part would be added. So let's go ahead and save that real quick and we'll give it a shot. And we imported the list successfully. So if I search for test part, there it is, test part 1, and it costs me $1. I sell it for 10. It's in America, yada yada. That's how you can add additional parts in sort of a batch import. So I did 1 in the spreadsheet. You could certainly do 100 or 1,000 or however many you want to batch import. I hope this video has been informational, and as always, please write to us. Use the questions button over here to the right. Open that up if you'd like to get in touch with us at Field Harmony. Thank you.